Hey, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. The way I understand that the liquidity factor of the XRP ledger works is this. Inside, I always use my hands. I'm sorry about that if that annoys you, but inside you have the ledger, XRP ledger. So all the coin of ledger of XRP is inside this circle. All right. So inside that circle is me and you and all you guys. Here we all are. Right. Push all those together and say that's a little segment right there. Okay. Now, we also have the private ledger, which is still part of the same ledger. It's still part of the price, but you got all of that in a section. And then you have the remainder. Okay. The remainder. So the remainder of the coins that are there that aren't being held on to are the ones that can be used to transfer a coin. So because there are people holding it, the number of coin available is lower than the full amount, isn't it? Because some people ain't letting it go for a while. Some people have it staked. There's tons of it staked. The biggest holders, my son was showing me today, great piece of content he was showing me, was the list of all the owners of XRP. And then it's got the super whales at the top. Several of them are owners, and we don't know who are the owners of XRP, creators of it. All of those coins aren't available for use. So when a giant transaction takes place, it only, okay, it's going to be longer than 3 seconds, but it's only going to be from the front load to the offload, isn't it? That time period. So if the other bank waits a day, then the money was in the XRP ledger for a day. Okay. So when you have a few banks, like we just listed a handful there, when you have a few banks, there's enough liquidity to handle the transactions that they're doing without beefing the price up, because there's enough available coin. Now, as soon as there's not the numbers, the physical numbers of coin, not enough of the physical numbers, and it takes a whole lot to represent giant money. It takes a whole ton of coins. Well, as soon as that starts getting pinched, XRP will automatically start rising in price to compensate so the system doesn't fail. It raises the price. The price will go up because of supply and demand and usefulness of the coin. So the more use there is, the higher price. There's a factor of the price that is not just how much money came in divided by the coin. That people have been saying that's not actually exactly true. It kind of is, because the number of coin that are able to be used are limited. So it's kind of that way. But the size of XRP will compensate for the difference of the lack of coin that will be whenever there is a huge demand. So just imagine, here we go again, right? So this is all the XRP. This is the ceiling. There's pile. This hand's the pile, and this is the ceiling of the XRP. So a few $1 billion is moved. Well, it doesn't even move. 100 billion and it moves, and price goes up. So every day, more and more, and there's mega money being moved at the same time. The price has to be higher because it's in the system for that period of time. So it's on and off the system. But remember, there's so many people that are going to be on the other end as it grows more and more, that are still using XRP. So it never even leaves the XRP system. So you see, the growth factor is the number of people sending and receiving plus the amount of money going in. And then there's some of that money that never leaves the ledger. Well, as soon as that starts taking place, it's exponential growth time. That's why it's not translating into higher coin right now. It's barely being utilized. It's such a powerful beast. It's like a dragster. It's like a dragster that's in a school zone. So it's all of this power, but it's time to go 5 miles an hour. And but as soon as it gets out of the school zone, I mean, everybody else is going to school. It's going to be freaking amazing. So ISO 20022 has been kind of being tested. Is you can only exclusively use ISO for messaging. So right now, you know, they're using whatever the Swift system uses, all these different message systems that they use. There's multiple names, all kinds of different languages that are done, and it's a mess. Why it takes days to settle. And then they physically settle later after there's tons of verification. It's mandated that you have to use the message system. That doesn't mean you have to use the coin. But if you're going to use the message system, so there's your caveat. So a whole bunch of banks might decide, let's just go ahead and, sorry, I hit my mic. Let's just go ahead and do the whole thing, you know? And so it may really get going. They can decide to do that now is the only thing. So it's like, so some of that, we're kind of half guarded to walk up on, hey, it's going to really blow, you know, up to the moon. I have a more positive feeling than a negative. I don't think nothing bad's going to happen, but we do know by November 2025, the mandate in 2025 in November is you will use, you know, a complete digital system. Everybody has to be on it, using it, you know, sending the intrinsic value coin from place to place. So that's why XRP has been so busy signing everybody up. So I believe no matter what, we're going to see a significant increase by May of next year. I mean, you know, it's been to $3 and was it 61 or 81 cents by itself, you know, with no special additives, you know, just raw. Here we are humming along and everybody loves XRP. So that should be a benchmark that's really easy. If we don't have a big utilization, if we just have normal bull runs, we have ETF, we have all that stuff, I think $7 to $10, you know, is definitely possible. And that's just the coin moving by retail. And retail, you know, anyway, that's what I think about that. So if you have enough money to start an ETF and you could accumulate Bitcoin and get a majority, you had the ability to. Well, BitRock does. BlackRock does. BitRock. That's probably what they'd change the name to, right? So if you was able to, and you had the mindset of someone who does this kind of thing, which I'm sure BlackRock does, just follow me here. If you're anticipating the markets, the current situation is Bitcoin's king, right? The reason Bitcoin is king is it was the first one and millionaires were made, a bunch of them. So everybody loves Bitcoin, right? We have all these people, all these YouTubers buying Lambos, all kinds of things, good things happened to a bunch of people. It was a good thing. It was awesome, you know. So it's stapled in people's minds. And what they learned was that with this crypto coin thing, you could make a bunch of money. So then Ethereum, and we got all these coins coming out, and then again, it's reiterated, but Bitcoin was the lead. Well, if you're anticipating markets, what you're getting ready, if you're anticipating what's getting ready to happen with ISO and the whole world going digital, we're not just talking about cross-border payments. We're talking about the whole world going digital. If you're anticipating what it's going to look like when that happens, and you set yourself in that frame of mind in the future, what's going to be hot is what happened to utility coin, because there's going to be way more millionaires made. So that attention, the validity of what's going to happen to each one of y'all that own XRP, that validity, that all these people, we made tons of money. Okay. That validity is going to be like utility coin's the way to go. And then it's going to be like, what does Bitcoin do? So it might have went to the moon, but honestly, the focus is going to shift to what made brand new millionaires. It's going to be utility coins. It's not going to be meme coins. It's not going to be Bitcoin. The mindset's going to change because the strength and validity of what happened to utility coin is going to be all over the place. That news is going to be solid. All these channels, all our channels are going to blow up. It's going to be like, wow, look at all this that happened. So if you're BlackRock and you can anticipate this change, you can anticipate, well, Bitcoin might not last because it's not a decentralized coin either. They know, they follow the stuff. It's not secret. You know, some people even surmise a couple things, right? They surmise that the government did it, right? Or the government was in on it, and I'm not going to go into all that. But if you're looking into the future, you can see there's a giant possibility Bitcoin will go away on its own, at least down to the amount where, you know, the lost seed keys or passwords or whatever, you know, at least just down to the lost coin. You could anticipate, yeah, because all the attention and focus is going to change. So if you can anticipate that, how can you make money now? Well, if you're also a market mover, if I had enough money and I'm anticipating that would happen to Bitcoin, which I am, especially if you make an ETF out of it, because now I can control it. So I go ahead and set up an ETF and I buy so much Bitcoin, I owe a majority. Now I'm a market mover. Now I'm waiting for the timing of what I see going on with the utility market so that I can make it even look like what I just said was going to happen, whether it was really going to happen or not. I can start to crash the market as soon as the utility coins go into the moon, and people are going to pull out by the droves because I'll start seeding out through the community and to the community. I'll start having people go, I think Bitcoin, before it even happens, yeah, if the utility hits, Bitcoin's going to go away. Well, the whole time I'm the one having news agencies say that because I control all of the stuff I control as BlackRock. So as soon as I plant that seed, I start making that happen on purpose. As soon as it goes to the moon, I start dumping, but I shorted it. I shorted the fart out of it. and then as soon as I start making it move, everybody's like, oh my God, it's happening. That's true. They all start pulling out, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. Then you make just absolute tons of money off of your shorting. I mean, you make more money off of a put. I can buy puts on a stock that costs many dollars, and each contract represents 100 shares and pennies on the dollar, and I can make a fortune. I've done very well with options trading. I've also lost half my butt cheeks, you know, but you see my point. So I just state that as a case of possibility. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but God, man, I don't see how it's not.
The Decent wallet had several wallets. This is by far the best. It comes highly recommended. In fact, I love it so much. I want to get a link for you to be able to get it. Yes, it would support the channel. And what do they call that? You're a shill. You know, I don't care about all that. I think it's fun. I checked the wallet out for you. I do recommend it. You'll find a link in the description. And if you're going to get one, pick one up. Use my link. That's about it for today. Thank you.